Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Hangout. My name is Tom McMurrin. We'll be getting started here in a couple minutes. It is a beautiful night in Georgia, and just got off the gym and trying to get everything straightened up here. But we're going to be going live tonight, talking about OneCoin and ultimately what it is, what's in it for you, and how you can get started. And we'll be running through a PowerPoint presentation tonight. Cranking it out. I got some very important announcements, some very exciting things going on with the company that we're going to be talking about. And so just hang in there, folks. We'll be getting started here in about 4 minutes. So you've got 4 minutes till game time to be able to invite people. Go out there and let people know what's going on with OneCoin. Say, come check out this presentation. You can watch it from the comfort of your own home. You can watch it online. Got a good group of people coming online already. Great to see everyone. But folks, we'll get started here in about 4 minutes, 3 minutes till game time. And just let my other computer boot up over here so I can bring up your PowerPoint presentation tonight. Excited about that. Always love Firefox. For some reason, it's we have a beautiful sunset out there tonight. But great having everybody online. Again, my name's Tom McMurrin. We'll be getting started here in about 3 minutes. We start at 8:35. Gives everybody a little bit of time to get situated. Maybe you just run in the door. You just finished up dinner and want to sit back and grab a cold drink or a hot drink, whatever you'd like. But sit back, relax. We're going to talk about OneCoin, what it is, what's in it for you, and ultimately how you get started. Let's see what we've got going here. But everyone, I'd like to welcome you. My name's Tom. I'll be doing the presentation tonight for OneCoin. Tonight is a straight business presentation. We had the women of OneCoin last night, had the military leaders on Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, Friday night, we're going to be doing Spanish night. So excited about that and doing some different themes. We'll be getting started here in about 3 minutes, 3 minutes till game time. So you have we'll be doing some announcements as well for about 10 minutes. I'll be talking about updates with the company. We've got some very, very exciting announcements. This is kind of our leadership time in the first 15 minutes. It's a time for you to reach out to people and send them the link and say, hey, come on, check this out. We've got something very exciting going on. But I'm going to go ahead and double check my sound, make sure we're sounding good. But again, everyone, I'd like to welcome you. This is a hangout for OneCoin, a business presentation. And tonight we're going to be talking about really how you can make money with OneCoin. We've got a very, very exciting business plan, and a lot of people are very excited about it. In fact, over 425,000 people are very excited about it. You to reach out to people. There we are. We're live. Great to know that. And so tonight, folks, it's just very straightforward business presentation. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, hey, I don't have time to sit around for an hour, hour and a half on a hangout. Can you deliver one presentation where I can watch it and ultimately understand what's going on? And I've got some new slides, actually, I added to the presentation tonight. So hang in there. You'll get to see some new material tonight. But folks, we're getting ready to do our soft launch, and what that means is we're going to be going around to different cities and looking for leaders. That's how new this is. As I tell everybody, we are knocking on the doorstep of the United States. We're standing on the doorstep. And nobody has actually pressed the doorbell yet. And there's 330 million people on the other side of the door. And, well, we got to go talk to all of them. So that's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of years and rolling out a very, very, very exciting company all over America, North America. But we'll get started here in about 1 minute, folks. I'm just bringing up the other computer. So I can get your PowerPoint presentation live tonight. Go ahead and invite that. But again, my name's Tom McMurrin. I'll be doing the presentation tonight. Awesome crowd tonight. Got a great group. We're representing 5 different countries right now, 5 countries online. And isn't that fantastic? I mean, just to be able to sit at from Palmetto, Georgia, a little 3,000 person town in the heart of Georgia, and be able to do an international presentation. I know that we always have our friends on from Linda from Hong Kong. She's always out there watching. What's cool about that is it's 11 o'clock tomorrow. So she's actually watching this hangout on Friday, and you all are watching it on Thursday. So that's what you call talent, folks, when you can actually broadcast on 2 different days at the same time. And I think that's pretty cool. That always marvels me every time I say that. But awesome group on tonight, folks. Almost 80 viewers already. We are blowing and going. We've got Las Vegas coming up in probably about, I don't know, 70-ish days, somewhere 70 days in that. So we've got 70 days to build for Las Vegas. That's going to be our official corporate launch, where a corporate comes in and does a big meeting for us, and that'll be a lot of fun. We just had one in Dubai where there was over 3,000 people in attendance. So that's pretty incredible. That's a lot of people. But I think they were expecting about 2,000, and an extra 1,000 people showed up. But let me pull up the presentation over here. And folks, I'm excited about tonight and what we've got going on. And let's see, I just sent an invitation. I'll try it one more time. But let me just start on the announcements first. For those that are new, hang in there with us for a minute. You certainly can grab your, go get your Hungry Man dinner out of the microwave or whatever you want to do. You got a little bit of time to get situated. Hopefully you're sitting somewhere comfortable, on a back porch or relaxing and sitting back and watching this presentation tonight. But we're going to, let me send this link over. For some reason, it's not communicating. But as I mentioned, we're going to start our soft tour, and I'm going to go through those dates here in just a second. I want to make sure I've got your PowerPoint up tonight so we can do the presentation. But we're going to be going to Los Angeles. We're going to be going to Spokane, Washington. We are going to be going to Houston, Texas, Chicago. It's going to be a great time. Nashville, Fort Lauderdale. All of those dates are going to happen in July and August. So over the next 60 days, hopefully we're coming to a city near you where you can get your leaders and start building the teams. Folks, we're very, very, very ground floor, okay? So there's probably less than 5,000 people in the entire country that have signed into our system, and probably half of those have upgraded and actually gotten in and gotten their coins. So we're very, very early stage, yet we have 425,000 people around the world that are already signed into OneCoin and building it very big. Had over $70 million in revenues done last couple weeks ago. Really incredible weeks that are we just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And so let me pull up a different account here. Other announcements, we've got our second split just happened. So for those that don't know what a split is, we had a 2-for-1 split. For those who had 5,000 coins, they now have 10,000 coins. All right, that worked. Sorry about that. But anyway, we'll get started here, like I said, in about 4 minutes and crank up on the presentation. Other announcements, as I mentioned, some of the hangouts that we're doing. Tuesday night is military night. Wednesday night is a women's night. So if you have women that you want to see the presentation, we feature some of our women that are really tearing up the business. And then Thursday night is typically a tycoon night or just a regular presentation. So I'm trying to do a regular presentation on Monday and Thursday night. Also, Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be doing a hangout for people that are in the UK and Europe. That'll be, I guess, 8 or 9. I don't know if you're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us right now, but we will be doing the presentation at 3 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. So you'll be able to adjust your schedule based on me telling you that. And so for those that are in the UK and Europe and the time zones over there, and you'll be in the Eurozone, you all will be able to see it at a decent hour rather than 3 o'clock in the morning, which some of you have been getting up. And I know that we have our group, and we just looks like we just had some people come on from Australia. So welcome our Australian group. It's always great to see you. And we've got, looks like people definitely down in Brazil. We've got people in Puerto Rico. I know I've got a great group growing in Puerto Rico. And we're just speckled all over the United States. Very low density, little small dots all over the United States. Really incredible to see how even the distribution of people is across all of the states. Pretty amazing. Probably about 60 people that I can see. I can't see you, but I can see a dot of where you're located on our real-time analytics with Google. So that's kind of fun. But folks, we're excited about OneCoin and ultimately what's going on. We have a tiger by the tail, and that's kind of the understatement of the century. But when you see tonight, sit back. You can have an analytical mind if you want to and just really challenge everything we're saying. But we're in a new industry. It's less than a decade old. When you really look at cryptocurrency, it really came in about 2008. It came a little bit before that, but Bitcoin made it very popular and very public over the last 7 years. And when you look at what we're doing now, folks, we're kind of building the PayPal of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very, very, very complicated for the average person, and ours is not. So it's ours is easy as buying your package, taking your tokens, entering them into a box, and hitting enter. And then we do the rest of the work for you. We do all the mining for you and put the tokens into your e-wallet. But I've got a really nice diagram I'm going to cover with you on cryptocurrency. If you don't understand it, I go over the 5 elements of cryptocurrency in this. I also teach you how we do the business. So I like to tell people that this is more of a present training than it is a training or a presentation. We're really more interested in you walking away going, golly, I really feel like I learned something tonight. I feel like, I walked away having a better understanding of what cryptocurrency is and how online marketing works and how these people are actually doing their system. And we'll talk to you about that tonight. Our system is very, very important to us because, as you can see, folks, okay, I'm a big believer in home office living, okay? And this is where I work every day. I've got my camera back there. My desk is a disaster. But, I don't want to – oh, we're watering the lawn, so I can't stay out here too long. But by the way, that water is coming from the lake, so you people in California, I know that kind of makes you a little bit jealous there. But, this is what you call a home office right here. And got the pool over there. I call that my POHO, which is my pool office, home office. That's not a bad acronym. But out there on that deck is where I have my coffee every morning. And it's just, you can hear all the frogs and locusts, and it's absolutely beautiful here. But I live out in the middle of about 300 acres, and my driveway is about a mile long, so my internet connection stinks. I call squirrel net, so every time a squirrel runs over our line, I've had people say, Tom, what's your house look like? So we have a lodge style house, and I can't see it, but there's a fireplace down there, and we got a fireplace on this end. And it's an old Georgia Military Football Academy. So this was the original lodge that was for the Georgia Football Academy, Military Football Academy. So a little bit about myself. Been in online marketing since 1996. I know you don't believe that. I didn't even know what online marketing was, I didn't even think it existed. But been in online publishing business since 1997, and was partners with a couple guys, and we built one of the largest websites in the world for international living. And real exciting time building a gigantic website, a top 1% website in the world. We had a 4,000 Alexa ranking at one time. And, I tell people that we learned kind of backwards. We didn't really know what we were doing. We just published lots of articles on living offshore and international living. Our slogan was live where you want to live how you want to live, and make money doing it. And it was really, I learned so much through the process because we sold so much real estate online. I mean, we had people from all over the world buying our ebooks, and we were just in this very, very early on. So I have learned internet marketing just from that experience, and I'm able to really teach it in a very simple way to people that want to learn how to market online. And that's really what, tonight, I hope you walk away going, wow, I'm sitting at home. This guy's doing the presentation. He's talking to me about something I don't know anything about, and I'm able to sit back. I don't feel threatened. I'm not going to ask you for a credit card tonight. You can actually sign up in our company for free and continue to learn until you're comfortable and you want to actually pull the trigger on it and get involved. So no pressure. The ultimate thing that we're looking for is just open-minded people that want to really help us build a culture of freedom, a new culture of freedom, a new economy, if you will, parallel to the one that exists right now, but participate in a currency that has no debt, a currency that really won't be affected by inflation, to be a part of a currency that will actually appreciate in value rather than depreciate. To eliminate those fancy words, I want to participate in a currency that increases in value versus one that decreases in value. And so, as we get into the presentation today, I want you to just to give you a general understanding about OneCoin and how we're building our distribution network. What are the stages that we're going to go through? And we have a very masterful plan. We've got some great leadership. And let me go ahead and I'll pull up the presentation on the other computer and I'll get into it because I value your time. My goal is to finish this in about 30 minutes. So sit back, relax. If you want to invite people right now, in the upper left-hand corner, you've got Messenger, you've got Google+, you've got a lot of different social media tools that are integrated into this Facebook page. And I'll be talking about the Facebook page that you're on right now because everyone on our team gets one. And with a simple click of a button at the bottom, you can copy it to your Facebook page. It's that simple. It's called cloning the website, and it copies it to your Facebook page and then gives you your own unique link so you can promote this presentation that I do every single night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So every single night I'm here sharing OneCoin, interviewing people, and it's always good to plug in because you hear different things, different people's views, golden nuggets, all kinds of things. So let me go ahead and get into the presentation. Let me get a sip of my tea here. Hold on. Warm up my vocal cords. And let's talk about the 5 compelling reasons why you should take a serious look at OneCoin. First off, as I tell people, there's no such thing as a missed opportunity. It just moves on to the next person. So I want you to remember that. And this is one of those opportunities that I really don't think you want to move on to the next person. But if you do, that choice is yours. I wouldn't. I would sit back and understand how big these numbers are and realize that no company in history has ever done what we've done. And so we've really smashed some records. But we have phenomenal leadership. We have a lady running the company, a founder who's brilliant, who's highly educated and highly visible. And I'll tell you about the importance of that later because most people in our industry are what I call crypto leaders. They don't want you to know who they are. And I'm real uncomfortable putting my money in a company where I don't know who the CEO is. Okay, so that bothers me. With our company, you don't have to worry about that. This woman is front and center. Timing. We open the United States July 4th. As I mentioned, we begin our soft tour around the United States in July and August. We'll be going to Los Angeles. We'll be going to Spokane, Washington. We'll be going to Houston. We'll be going to Nashville. We'll be going to Chicago. We'll be going to Fort Lauderdale. So if you are within 500 miles of any one of those cities, I would really, really encourage you to get in a car, get on an airplane, and get to where the leaders are because the eagles of our industry will be flocking to those meetings, okay? And that's where you'll want to be. And these will not be huge meetings. These are going to be 50, 100 people, maybe 250 people max. So this is the very, very beginning. So if you're looking for ground floor, we got ground floor. Now, the industry, over $2 billion in venture funding has gone into the digital currency industry. Richard Branson, Tim Draper, the top VCs in the world are all using Bitcoin and they're involved in it. And it's a huge industry. one of the 5 fastest growing emerging growth markets in the world. Compensation. Over 285 people have already maxed our compensation plan, which means they're making $40,000 a week. Now you got to remember, we're only 8 months old. So that's to create 285 people making $2 million a year, that's pretty stout numbers right there. I've never seen any company ever do that. We already have every time I print this slide, I got to change it. Last couple days we were at 400,000. Now we're at 425,000. We're growing at about 5,000 members per day. That's staggering. And we're now the second largest digital currency in the world, next to Bitcoin. And I would say by the end of the year, we will surpass Bitcoin very, very quickly. But remember, there's no such thing as a missed opportunity. It just moves on to the next person. So let's talk about the big picture of the OneCoin economy. Our vision is to create a community where people can gain education on how to increase their wealth with digital currency. I hope you don't have a problem with that vision. But when you have like this new industry, and I tell people that we're at a stage right now, like where Michael Dell was sitting in his garage putting computers together. That's kind of where we are from an industry standpoint. Bill Gates was talking to IBM about putting, Microsoft Windows 3.1 or 3.0 on all of their computers. We're very, very early stage, and the growth potential in this industry is probably in the, if not hundreds of billions, potentially trillions of dollars will be transacted via digital currency over the next decade. So if you've ever wanted to be in an industry that has a boom in front of it, this is definitely one of those industries. Our mission is to connect people around the world and create commerce with OneCoin. We want to create business, folks. We want people transacting business. But OneCoin's creating a culture of freedom as opposed to a culture of servitude. And I know a lot of people are imprisoned by debt. They're imprisoned in unemployment. They're imprisoned in a low-paying job that wasn't their career of choice. People are just having a very, very difficult time out there. And I like the idea of creating a culture of freedom, because servitude, folks, just not in my vocabulary when it comes to making money and growing a business and taking care of my family. So when we look at really the 4 stages of OneCoin over the next 24 to 36 months, first thing, when you're building an ecosystem, folks, there's a lot of things that go into an ecosystem, right? You got to have plants, got to have trees, you got to have rivers, you got to have land. There's so much you have to have: air, sun. When you think about creating an ecosystem, it's amazing how our ecosystem works, but just as equally amazing is how you build an economy and everything that needs to go into place to make that happen. First, you got to create the community. Well, we've got over 425,000 people in our community already. Well, then you have to create products, and you have to create intra-community exchange where members can buy services and goods from each other with OneCoin. Remember how PayPal started? I mean, PayPal didn't have vendors. They started with a group of members that wanted to transact business between each other by sending money via email addresses. Okay. And by the way, Bitcoin, everybody thought PayPal was a big scam at first too when it first came out. I remember reading the articles and saying, I'd never send my money to that company because it wasn't even based here in the United States. I think it was based over in Europe somewhere. And it was like, a European company wants me to send them money so they can trade money back and forth between people with email addresses. It really sounded suspect when it first came out. And their website wasn't very good either. Begin trading, establish a market value. That would be stage 3. And we already in stage 3 right now. And we've started trading internally on our own platform. And then we'll be opening up and trading publicly on XCoinX, a small exchange, but it'll be a fully audited exchange by Sempra Fortis out of Europe, which is one of the biggest accounting firms that does all of the major companies in Europe, BMW, and a whole bunch of them. But as I tell people, we're building the PayPal of Bitcoin that will enable people, the everyday person, to use digital currency in their life. Okay, so it's not going to be complicated. People will be able to sign up in 5 minutes or less and fund their account and mine some coins. And when they get their coins, they can hold them to see if they increase in value. Which at the rate we're growing, that's kind of a blinding fact of the obvious, as I like to say. But it's really amazing to see how simple they put this whole thing together. Now, I've had a lot of people say, well, digital currency is a scam, Tom. Digital currency is a fad. It's not going anywhere, and I laugh about that because I go, well, you're obviously either reading Scam Report or Behind MLM, or you're reading some garbage magazine, Estonian Trader, or something like that. You're reading some garbage magazine out there that's marketing some other product like binary options, or they're marketing something else, and they're using our traffic to tell people that digital currency is a scam. Folks, digital currency is not a scam. And if you actually buy research reports and you look at credible publications that don't have agendas, then you'll find out that magazines like Wired, they say, irrespective of your opinion, the rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies can't be ignored. Today, there are billion-dollar businesses. Over 100,000 businesses worldwide accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, including Overstock, Reed Jewelers, PayPal, Expedia Travel, Microsoft, 1-800-Flowers. I mean, there's so many different companies that take Bitcoin. It's like, well, it must not be a scam if all of these public companies are willing to take a Bitcoin, okay? And so it goes on to say, so for the uninitiated who have not yet grasped what Bitcoin is, you really ought to catch up. So I want to give you a fair warning. If you research digital currencies, OneCoin, if you research anything around our industry, you'll find there's a lot of haters out there for some reason. But I think Microsoft had haters in the beginning. I think Walmart had haters in the beginning. I think McDonald's had haters in the beginning, and I tell everybody, anytime you have a stratospheric rise and you just blow everybody's doors off, there's going to be some people out there that are resentful that they didn't get in on the early stage, and you have that opportunity right now. So let's talk about our system. How do we do business? Well, number one, I want you to recognize that you're sitting at home. Okay, or you're sitting in your car, or you're on your phone, or you're somewhere, but hopefully you're sitting someplace comfortable, and you're watching the presentation, and you realize that you could share it right now with a whole bunch of people simply by hitting the share button in the upper left-hand corner. You could message people right now and say, hey, come get on this webinar. This is really cool. You could send out a tweet and say something that, OneCoin is the future. Check out this presentation. And all of those social media publications, all those posts that you publish will have the link that links back to this website that allows people to see the presentation. So we've got a really cool system set up. It takes no time at all to set it up, but we teach automation, duplication, and creation. So everything I know, I've distilled it down to the most important things that you need to do to build a business. And could you imagine if every single one of you had to memorize the presentation that I'm doing tonight? None of you would do the business, because most people fear public speaking. I'm speaking to 114 people around the world. Most of you would be scared to death to do a presentation to that many people. But I'm sitting in my comfort of my own home. I don't have shoes on. I got my torn up jeans on, casual. I'm comfortable. I was speaking. My wife said, "No, are you going to shave tonight?" I said, "No. Razors are for people who work 9 to 5. I don't work 9 to 5." So when you look at this, folks, our desire is to show you how to build a system that works for you when you're not working. I did a workout today at 1 o'clock with a couple boys from our football team. I went down to our secret garden and did some yoga today. I did some work around the farm a little bit, fixed some things. So it was just one of those days. But I made one post today that got 150 likes and a whole bunch of comments, and I probably had 300 or 400 likes on my Facebook page today. Had a ton of interaction, and most of it was automated. So it's so funny. I have I have my Facebook book works for me when I'm not technically working. We teach people how to do that. Duplication of team. We have a system that does the explaining, the training, and the enrolling for you. For example, I could go through this whole presentation tonight. You get all excited and say, I want to sign up. You just click on the link on this page and you can sign up and get started. Okay, so we have a pretty cool system. You can do that. Creation of wealth. We focus on quality of life results, folks. You will not catch me dead doing a hotel meeting unless it's a big event like these soft events, but I would no more in the man in the moon. It's like doing hotel meetings to me is like doing telemarketing. I hate telemarketing. I don't do any three-way calls with anybody unless they've either seen a hangout or they've seen our 29-minute pre-recorded presentation. And I do want to mention that when this presentation is not here, the one you're looking at, immediately when I'm done, I put up a 29-minute recorded presentation that's very to the point and great for professionals that want to see what we're doing. We don't chase prospects, folks. We're in the sorting business. We're looking for people that want to lead the digital currency revolution. We're not looking to push anybody into this. So if you're not ready, we're fine with that. Drop off and come back a year from now. You won't make as much money, but maybe you'll have a little bit more security or you'll have a little bit better feelings about it. Some people just aren't cut out to be in a startup, and I know that. If you've got a bazillion questions and every single one of them makes you nervous, you might want to wait a year or two. But if you like taking arrows and you like being chased by people, and you really want to grow a business and you want to capture as much land and you want to be in the Oklahoma land rush, if you will, with everybody chasing you, this is the place to be, because that's what it's all about right now. Our system, what we want you to do is understand it takes 5 minutes to set it up. All you have to do is be a good sharer, somebody who can share it with lots of people. Share your link with lots of people and say, are you open to making more money and having more free time? Now, if you ask 100 people that, how many people are going to say yes? About 99. Okay. Would you be willing to invest 9 minutes to listen to a presentation about digital currency, about how you can make more money? And most people will say yes to that as well. And we have an awesome 9-minute presentation that you can listen to anytime. It's on YouTube, and people are listening to it like crazy right now. We just published it, and it's been very, very successful. But let's take a look at the OneCoin Alpha Team Facebook presentation system. I don't know if you're on this page or if you're on the page with the big video on it. We've got a bunch of these. We've got a college page. We got a military page. We've got a teacher's page. We got a single parents page. And I'm building several more. So you've got about 8 different themes. You'll have a minister's page, a real estate page. So we've really got a great system put together for you to use. And for $22 a month, folks, this is an awesome tool that you can build your business with. I had somebody joining at ProTrader today. I made $100 today, and they went through this entire system without even talking to me, and they called me and wanted to sign up. Now, when you look at the presentation, folks, it's a 5-minute setup. All you got to do is scroll to the bottom of the page and hit clone this page, and it'll walk you through the instructions on how to do that. Has all the social media sharing buttons built into it, has a 1-minute sizzle video. When I'm not broadcasting through the site, there are fixed videos on there that stay page. It has a compensation overview. It talks about our ADC training system. It has your personalized link on there. So if somebody clicks on secure your spot, they sign up through your page. And then also syndicated hangouts. I'm broadcasting right now through 130 people's pages right now, Facebook pages, to 110 viewers in 8 different countries. Now that to me is that's leveraging time, technology, and talent, because I'm the talent, I'm doing the presentation, the technology is delivering it, and I'm able to do meetings in 8 different countries right now in different time zones. I'm definitely leveraging time right now, and I do this every night because I enjoy the presentation. It's something I enjoy talking about, and I love interviewing people throughout the week. It's a great system. But this system's available to all of our members, who work with us, and it's a great system. People ask me if, Tom, if you could have one tool to build a team. And by the way, I put 12,000 people in another program in 100 days with these same tools. So they definitely work. Okay. So let's talk about cryptocurrency. Let's talk about the 5 elements of cryptocurrency. There's the algorithm, which is the mathematical equation. There's the mining operation, which is the computers that figure out the algorithm, that actually extract the coins from the algorithm. I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. There's the exchange, where you can buy and sell your coins. There's, of course, the e-wallet, which is where all your money goes. That's an important element. I think I may change that to green one day, because that would be more appropriate. And then, of course, there's the blockchain, which is the audited element of it. Every single transaction of the company goes across the blockchain. So if somebody says the check's in the mail, they say OneCoin's in the mail, well, you can go look to blockchain to see if they're telling you the truth, to see if they sent your payment. So completely audited, very cool element. So with OneCoin, you purchase one of our 5 educational packages, and those packages come with tokens. Okay, so those tokens, once you get them, you take them to the mining operation and you turn them over to the mining operation. You fill out a little box and how many tokens you've got, and you hit enter. And the mining operation will say, well, today we can get you 12 coins, 1 coin for every 12 tokens, or 13 or 14 or 15. It's going up in value by the week, folks. So the sooner you get in, the better price you get on the coins. If you sit and wait 2 weeks, like a friend of mine, it went from 6 tokens per coin to 12 tokens per coin. He waited too long, and he's getting half in the number of coins he could have had if he acted immediately. So once you've mined your coins, the coins go into your e-wallet. Okay. And, I think it's important, and I can go into deeper detail on algorithm, folks. It's a mathematical equation. It determines how many coins will be produced, how they're produced, etc. It helps determine the initial values in the very beginning of what the coins are worth. And so, it's pretty simple, folks. I mean, when you look at it, I can't figure out an algorithm, because that's that math that has numbers and letters in it, and I never did good in that course. I couldn't understand why they put the alphabet into a equation, but they do. I'm good with simple addition and subtraction. I tell everybody my math skills stop at about long division. But anyway, once you have your e-wallet, you can go spend. You can go do things with your OneCoins. You can buy products right now. You can buy gaming credits through Coin Vegas. You can buy Aurum Gold coins. You can buy educational packages and get more tokens. But let's say you need to liquidate. Let's say the coins increase 10 times in value over the next year, and you want to sell some of your coins. The coins that used to be worth $5,000 are worth $50,000, and you want to sell, half of them and get 25,000 bucks. You can do that. You move the coins onto the exchange, you hit the sell button, and somebody buys them, and ultimately the money goes back into your e-wallet. The cash goes back into your e-wallet. So it's kind of like stocks in a way. It's like a stock exchange, but we only represent OneCoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin on our exchange, which is called xcoinx.eu. And then, of course, we have our blockchain. The blockchain is very important, because that's why the community trusts what the company's doing, because we get to see every transaction. Okay? So I tell everybody, you can't tell this story without talking about Bitcoin, which we kind of already have. But, it started in 2009 by an anonymous person with an open source software, kind of like Wikipedia was an open source software. And he loaded it up to a server and allowed people to download it for free. 250,000 users worldwide are with Bitcoin. It's an $11 billion organization. Okay. And what's amazing, and it has lack of central exchange, it has lack of dedicated management team, it has lack of transparency, it has lack of an independent auditor, yet it's the highest producing investment in the history of the world from 2009 to 2013. That's pretty incredible. But here's the problem. Bitcoin is terribly complicated for the average person. And, the average person, they don't even know how to set up the wallet. The passwords that they require within Bitcoin are too hard for people to understand. Like they got to have a letter, a character, a capital letter, 3 numbers. I mean, they're crazy, the passwords that they require. But look at that skyrocket. Look at that price. And what's amazing, folks, is we are right here right now. If you can see the little arrow down here, but we are in the $0 to $1 range right now. We're about $1.40 per coin. Look at the potential. And by the way, our community is already bigger than Bitcoin's. But what is the potential of our coin? I mean, will it go to $25 a coin? Will it go to $100 a coin? Only time will tell. But we suspect that we're going to be 6 times larger than Bitcoin by year end. And to me, that's just that's very, very exciting. So let me talk, and I'll get into some of the details about OneCoin. I think when you look at our distinct differences, between our company and say a Bitcoin, we have a much more advanced and secure algorithm. We have our own exchange that's fully audited by Sempra Fortis. We have our dedicated management team that's highly qualified and visible, by the way. Mining pools, we have our own mining operation. You don't have to go buy computers. You don't have to set up a mining operation. Nobody can do that anyway. We don't allow it. But it'll I mean, I don't even know how to do that, and I'm pretty technical, but setting up a mining operation, you can forget about it. We are Know Your Customer compliant, so if you want to come here and do illegal things, that's probably not a good idea, so I'll just warn you right up front. We're very early stage, and OneCoin, you'll be able to break it up into smaller denominations. Right now, if you want a Bitcoin, it's going to cost you about $250, somewhere in that range. And so why OneCoin? Why now? Well, people have a desire to communicate globally and locally. People are seeking value in life. They're seeking appreciation. People are questioning the value of their national and sovereign currencies. They're saying, we owe more than we actually should, and mathematically we can't pay it off. So is our country going to go into another bankruptcy or a reorganization? What's going to happen? But here's the bottom line. People really just want freedom. They want the ability to grow their business online. They want to be able to spend time with their family. And this is truly one of those home-based businesses where you really don't have to leave home. I've signed up over 150 people already personally, and I've done them all online. Everything's been online. I haven't met with anybody face-to-face outside of doing Google Hangouts like I'm doing right now. So I don't believe in running around town and sitting in rush hour traffic. And the more you're out driving around, the more you expose yourself to accidents. And I like just staying safe, folks. But OneCoin communicates freedom, value, and transparency, and that's what it's all about. And like I said, we're building a culture of freedom, which is something that a lot of people are looking for. So let's talk about the owner, Dr. Rusha Ignatova. Here's a beautiful woman, a very intelligent woman. As I mentioned, degree of law from University of Oxford, master's degree in economics, former associate with McKinsey & Company. Folks, you got to be in the top 1% of your class to even get an interview with McKinsey. So she's obviously very bright. Former CEO and CFO of one of the largest asset management firms in Bulgaria. And just a brilliant lady. She looked at Bitcoin. She had done some projects on Bitcoin and understood that it was just too complicated, that she needed to create a much more intuitive, simple to use program for the average person to come build their cryptocurrency business with us and ultimately accept cryptocurrency at their business and whatever. But I tell everybody, I'm pretty sure that Forbes did due diligence on her before they put her on the cover of the magazine. What do you think? I think they probably checked her out. So, I'm pretty comfortable, folks, knowing that an organization like Forbes probably did a extremely thorough check. And if she had any skeletons or closet or, anything bad, that Forbes might have said, you know what, this is probably not the best thing for you to be doing. So anyway, people say, well, what products do you sell? We've got 3 products. We have member education, which is our packages that range from 100 euros to 500 euros to 1,000 euros to 3,000 euros to 5,000 euros. Add about 10% to that, 15%, and you'll know what the actual US dollar price is. But we have interactive content, cutting edge marketing materials, educational materials. online classrooms. And we have a lot of cool stuff, folks, with One Academy. And that's really our core product. And of course, you get free tokens with every educational package you buy, which enables you to go practice what you've learned and learn how to acquire coins. That's what we teach you. So here's the 5 different packages ranging from 100 euros, which is about, figure about 140 something dollars. The trader package about 600 bucks. Pro traders probably up, around $1,200 US. Executive trader is up there around 3,600, and the tycoon is probably about 5,800. Depending on the daily exchange rate between the euro and the dollar is ultimately what determines it. But as far as how we get paid, this is an important part that a lot of people like to listen to. But we do get a direct sales commission of 10%. We get a network bonus. We build out 2 sales teams. We use a binary compensation plan. And whatever the weaker one is, whichever sales organization does the least, that's what you get bonused on. So the moral of the story is, don't have a weak organization, okay? And if you're out there building this thing, you won't have one. We also get matching bonuses, startup bonuses. We have our One Life Club, which is frequent flyer miles that they're like frequent flyer miles, but we can accumulate them for lifestyle rewards at a later date. Also, we have splits. Like I mentioned on the tycoon level, you get 2 guaranteed splits that could basically multiply the amount of coins you have times 4. Which is very, very, that's very exciting to our family. I know that. But, we also have the RM Gold coin. So we have a gold coin product and a cryptocurrency product. So the gold coin is 0.999 real gold, and then it's pure gold. And then it's also 0.001 cryptocurrency. And so we also have leadership bonuses for people that want to get into leadership and training and all that. We've got all that in place. And of course, we have our own One Payments card. So I don't know if you've seen a binary compensation plan and how it works, but I'll give you just a real quick description. In a binary compensation plan, you basically build out 2 sales teams, okay? You have a right sales team and you have a left sales team, okay? And you can only sign up 2 people. Anybody else you sign up, you have to put under the people under you, okay? And that helps them out. But for them to get paid, they have to build 2 sales teams as well. And so you can see in this example, let's say one sales team on the left is 80,000 in business volume, or 80,000 euros, and the other sales team does 60,000 euros. Well, you're going to get paid $6,000 because you get paid 10% on the weak sales leg. So you basically have 2 sales teams that are competing against each other. And your goal is just to keep growing them and letting them know where they stand so they can compete in a very, very big way. So it's a binary compensation plan with a 4-level matching bonus, and I'll go over those details in just a minute. Direct sales bonus, folks, is one way we get paid. Obviously, the network bonus, as I mentioned, 60% of our payments go into our cash accounts, 40% go in to fund our mandatory account, which gives us the ability to get some tokens and ultimately turn those tokens over to get some mining done, okay? So when you look at the startup bonus, folks, we have a startup bonus. In the first 30 days, we'll pay you an extra 10% on any volume over 44,000. I did almost 35,000, 40,000 in my first month, and I remember getting a $4,000 bonus check. I didn't know what it was from. I'm like, okay, well, I've already got my other payment. What's this one all about? And so I was able to buy more coins, and I was excited about that by having that ability because I'm watching the price on the coin skyrocket. So you don't want to wait, folks. I mean, if you are really serious and this interests you, do not wait till next week. Do not make excuses. Get in right away and make it happen right now. Our matching bonus, which is amazing. I'm just going to go over the tycoon level because at that level, you get all 4 matching bonuses. And it starts at 10 on the first generation, 10 on the second generation, 20% on the third generation, and then 25% on the 4th generation. That's pretty amazing when you consider you could have 200 people on your 4th leg. And this comp plan really encourages the right behaviors and for personal sponsorship, and it also covers leadership, meaning helping people succeed. Now, every package that we sell comes with the RM Gold coin. So I don't know a whole lot about gold, but all 40% of my commissions are going into buying more tokens. so I can get more coins. So I'm all about any way I can get more coins. I'm all about that. But coming to the end of the presentation, folks, and I just want to say, you know, where is this going to go? You know, is it going to go to $5 a coin, $2.50 a coin? Where's it going to go? We don't know. Could it go to $50 a coin? Could it go to $100 a coin? You know, and if you're sitting on 100,000 coins or 10,000 coins, whatever, and it goes to $100 a coin, well, next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire, you know? And so when you leave, what if it goes to 50 and you turn $5,000 or $6,000 into, you know, $60,000, okay? That's the kind of returns, or in that case, even more than that. But those are the kind of returns I'm looking for in my own life, and this one provides it in spades, okay? So we'll revisit Bitcoin for a minute, folks, and just remember that best investment in the history of the world went from $0 to $1 all the way up to $1,203 per coin, and it's still trading at $250, folks. So it's fallen off a big distance, but $1,203 was very, very rich for Bitcoin as well. But you know, folks, I just tell people, if your dreams, hopefully, number one, I did not answer all your questions tonight. Hopefully I created a lot more. But if you feel like you got everything answered tonight, I guarantee you're not going to do this business. You know, but if you are the type of person that says, Tom, I want to find out more, congratulations. We'd love to have you do that, and we'll be glad to feed you all the information you need to make a decision. But don't wait too long. The longer you wait, the price of the coin goes from 12 tokens per coin up to 15 tokens per coin. Well, you just lost money because of wanting to wait, okay? So my gold nugget, or one of the gold nuggets we had on the women's hangout last night, was don't wait. Get started now. That's very, very important. Some of you will ignore that advice, and you'll look back on it and go, man, I wish I would have really got involved. And I'll leave you with this tonight. You know, if your dreams are bigger than your excuses, you could really blow this thing wide open. If you're at a point now where you're like, you know, I've never been successful at network marketing. I want to try Tom's system. I want to sign on with their group, and I want them to teach me how to do this and succeed at online marketing. We can do that for you as well. But, you know, we want to see commitment from you. You know, I tell people, I say, you come in at a starter package, congratulations. You know, that's the beginner program, and you're going to stay a beginner. But when you start making commitments of 500, 1,000, or 3,000 euros, or 5,000 euros, we've got a couple people that have done the $100,000 package because they just wanted to get more coins as quickly as possible. So we do have a very large option available for people that want to do that as well. Very, very excited, folks, about where we're headed with OneCoin. Like I said, it's all about creating a new economy. It's all about you know, creating that culture of freedom, and ultimately, it's really about it's about you realizing the dreams that you want in life. Okay, and I say, you know, life will pay what you ask of it. And you know, my big question to the average person is, you know, how much you asking life to pay for you right now? And with this one, man, it's just the sky's the limit. You know, when you look at the numbers and potentially where we can be, it's just simply phenomenal, the opportunity that's in front of you. But remember, missed opportunities don't go away. They just pass on to the next person. So if you choose to miss this one, I'm sorry I can't help you, but do your due diligence and learn more about it. And this could be your golden ticket. It really could be. And my wife and I are both very excited about it. And you know, every company's got risk. Any startup company's got risk. But I've seen companies implode trying to manage 40,000 people, and they're managing 400,000 people, and they've been going along just fine. That's amazing to me. Usually the companies go under when they hit that kind of hyper growth, which is where we're at right now. So, but get with us, folks. We've got to open up North America. As I mentioned, we'll be going to LA. We'll be going to Spokane. We'll be going to Chicago. We'll be going to Houston, Nashville, and ultimately Fort Lauderdale. I think I said that twice, but I'm definitely going to a whole bunch of those locations, and I look forward to seeing you all at those, because that's where the leaders are going to be, by the way, folks. And if you decide you've got some plans that you can adjust, you know, adjust them, folks. Okay, it's important for you to be at these meetings, and you can just get with us. Somebody that's invited you to the presentation tonight, get with them, ask them the dates and times, and make sure you get to one of those meetings. And tomorrow night, I'll see you hopefully for Spanish night. I haven't gotten any volunteers yet, but I think one person has redone the PowerPoint presentation. So tomorrow's presentation will most likely be all in Spanish, which will be an interesting presentation. So, folks, great having you online tonight. Enjoy your night. Be safe out there, and be positive. I like positive. And take a serious look at OneCoin and dream again, because that's where we're at right now, folks. You have the opportunity to collapse time frames, create a lot of wealth, and ultimately go help a lot of people. And there's a lot of people out in the world that need help right now. So this is Tom signing off. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.